What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for inviting me, man. Thanks so much. I definitely appreciate it.
Of course, man. It's been way overdue
Oh,
since we last hung out,
about 4 or 5 years, maybe.
right?
Sheesh.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Indeed, it does. Indeed, it does.
But what have you been up to lately?
Been working on music basically. Working on some drum covers. Putting myself out there as a musician. Enhancing my skills. Been studying different genres of music because of the fact that's what opens you up as a musician. It opens you up. It opens up your skill to be able to adjust and not just be stuck in one place. So,
Absolutely. That's such a valuable skill to have. Like, some musicians are really good at one dimension,
oh, definitely,
and it
definitely.
kind of limits what they can do as a working musician. Because, like, you may want the best, say, trap drummer guy, but you might also want a drummer that could play different styles, jazz, rock, whatever.
That's true. That's definitely true.
So the more ground you could cover, I think, as a drummer, as a musician, then the more likely you are to succeed in that world.
Yeah, you don't want to just stick to knowing one, genre of music. Anybody could get up here and play a simple boom dot boom dot. But then somebody else may come along and say, "Hey, can you give me a jazz feel? Can you give me a funky groove?" And you're like, "What is that?" That's like,
That's not in my vocabulary.
right.
I can't do it.
How does it go? The one that you don't want to just limit yourself to one style. You want to be open. You want to explore. It's okay to have, your favorite types of genre. It's okay to have your favorite style of music, but at the same time, you want to be able to explore because of the fact that if you're looking to make the bread, you got to know how to do more than just one thing.
Absolutely.
So
How would you describe your journey through music? Like exploring different genres? Could you kind of pinpoint where you started and then like what the road has been up until now where you're at?
hmm, the journey for me, I would definitely say like it's definitely been one of those. How can I put it? Um, it hasn't been a walk in the park. It hasn't been one of those simple walks in the parks. Let's say it's one of those walks in Central Park.
Okay.
Where you're
You're just strolling.
yeah, you're just strolling and you don't know where the exit is, and you're like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna follow this path, and it's gonna have bumps and bruises. It's gonna have bridges and stuff like that. So this bridge could lead to, let me see, playing the different time signatures. This bump here could lead to know how to play with a click track. Um, there's so many. There's been so many bumps, bruises, bridges. You had to fall, get back up, everything like that. It's like riding a bike. So when you're riding a bike, you have to learn how to do this. A lot of people will love to learn how to do the wheelie. Being able to let the bike spin up in the air and stuff like that. You had to learn so much in order to master your craft. So I would definitely say this was basically a walk in Central Park.
Yeah, you got to ride on two wheels before you can pull wheelies and stuff.
Right. Tricycles.
There you go. Yeah, right.
Definitely got to start with the tricycles.
Yeah, the training wheels.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say that I've been trying to branch out more. Like to your point,
Uh-huh.
it's fun to just play your favorite thing, but you can be more valuable as a musician by
That's true.
getting out of your comfort zone. And like, I really enjoy playing metal with double bass and a China cymbal,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's not always going to be the best sound for the other musicians around you.
Right. 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 That is indeed true because of the fact that you may like one thing, but somebody else may love something else. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you like you said, you may like heavy metal. I may like fusion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's two differently styles of genres, music. The approach is different. The setup is different. Like everything is different.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was one of those ones that started out with learning in church, growing up in church, but I knew there was more than just learning how to play gospel. I knew that there was R&B. I knew that there was hip hop, jazz, blues, all that stuff. And I feel like in order to be one of those ones that will uh, get the call and also get the bread,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be able to. For example, it's like a pie. You gotta know how to cut each into the same. You got to know how to work with. If someone says, "Hey, I want pepperoni here, I want cheese here," you got to know how to do all of that. Put them in
Get the
different spots.
toppings right.
Right,
Yeah.
get the toppings right. So definitely.
Let's check in with the chat. Seems like our friends are still joining us here, which is cool. I was tempted to do this because I know you just put out a video.
Oh yes, yes, definitely. And thanks again for the share. Thanks
Oh yeah,
again for the
man, no
share.
doubt. I'm actually gonna pull it up on the stream for everyone who does tune into this eventually for them to see. So the name of this track is "Dark Flow" by Raleigh Spruill.
Raleigh Sproul.
Raleigh Spruill. Nice. How'd you find this track?
So basically, I met Raleigh back in 2012, yeah, or 2011, 2012, one of them. And during this pandemic, I've reached out to him and I said, "Hey, man, like I know you have some, skills, or not skills, but I know you have some songs or tracks that needs drums. You can't expect to get a phone call or grow if you're just sitting at home not doing nothing. So you have to make the phone call." I've constantly called him countless times a week to let him know that I was hungry. I was hungry for growth. I was hungry to play, and as I continued to hanging around him and playing and stuff, I said, "Hey, man, I know you have something that does not have drums, but it would be pretty cool for a drummer to play to." And he pulled up this track within two or three takes or two or three listens, 2 or 3 times of listening to it. I was like, "Okay, that's it. I want it."
That's awesome.
Right. So, and then he said it wasn't really used. Like a lot of drummers did not use it. Maybe only one other drummer, but they didn't really do nothing with it. So I said,
Okay.
"You know what? What someone else won't do, another one will." So I took that piece of the pie and I ran with it. And I had the opportunity to perform it at a friend of mine's event, and it just went extremely well, as you can see here.
Yeah, let's take a listen.
Sure, sure.
Were you surprised that no other drummers jumped into the pool with this one?
I actually was.
There you go. They did a great job on this video.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to my friend Felipe Reyes. That's him in the background saying, "Check the camera."
At least he's on top of stuff. Like,
Yes, definitely.
this is a cool section. The dynamics there.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Very nice. This is awesome, man. So when you have a blank canvas like this track that you've listened to a couple times, how do you approach it?
Well, for me, I think of how the flow of the music is going, because of the fact you can't just jump on and approach one song based off your favorite genre. This right here, as you can see, it has some fusion, it has some neo soul, it has some like some hip hop in it, like a trap feel, as you can see right here. It all depends on if you really have a good ear for the music, for the style of the music. And it also gives space to open up, as you can see.
Nice. Got a masa smiling in the background.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very cool decisions with this song. Like
Oh, thanks, man.
the
Thanks.
way you were just super melodic the whole way through. Like it wasn't like you would just want to chop out.
Right. It's because, like I said, it doesn't. It depends on what the music, how the music goes, how the
Right.
flow of the music is going. You know, if it's one of those, how can I put it? If it's like a neo soul with a twist to it, where it's not a slow groove, you know, and then plus the music has to provide space for you to do that. You know, like how the music stopped, that was a perfect time for me to open up right there. But then when the music comes back on, you got to go back to playing the pocket. You got to go back to playing the groove. You know, it's okay to add fills here and there, but you don't want to over chop the song. Because if you're so focused on chopping the song out, then they're gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
You know, that's not how. It's not what we rehearsed. You know, or even if you, how can I put it? Even if you're auditioning,
Mm-hmm.
you know, one thing that a lot of people are going to look for, a lot of artists, you know, and MDs or music directors are going to look for is, you know, can you sync? Can you sync with the rest of the band? You know,
Play
you
with them.
yeah, play with them. You'll have your moment to shine, but when the spotlight is not on you, you got to play with the band. You know, you got to be in sync. You have to play together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to play your part. But then when the spotlight is on you and you get that green light, yeah, go all out, turn Super Saiyan. You know,
Just
but
wait for the cue.
exactly,
'Cause
definitely wait for the
otherwise
cue.
You look a little silly,
Right.
or it might not serve the music to the best of your ability.
Exactly, it's like playing football. Actually, you know, you're waiting for it, the quarterback to say "hut hut." You know, if you move before, everybody's gonna look at you like, "What are you doing?"
That's a false start.
Right,
Minus
false
5
start.
yards.
Yeah, definitely, definitely,
Good luck getting that call again.
exactly. You know, you might get sit down for the rest of the game just for that one mistake. You
It's-
know,
it happens, man.
yeah, and that can cause you to lose out on, you know, not only being a part of a band but also being a part of getting that good money. You know, so
Which is important if you want to keep doing this. Like,
oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
one thing to be motivated by the money, but you need money to keep doing what you love. So
Right.
you got to be smart about how you put yourself out there, who you call to
Indeed,
let them know that you're hungry, you're trying to work.
indeed.
You got to put the time in because you're right. Like you said before, if you're just sitting at home, how are you ever going to grow? How are you going to move forward?
That's true. That's true. You know, so when you're calling people, some people can be like, okay, you know, we'll give you the time to audition yourself, and let's see how your approach is. Let's see how your approach is. So, you know, it all depends on your approach and how you approach when you're being auditioned. How you are, like, you know,
Your demeanor, like how you carry
yes,
yourself.
demeanor is very important. Your looks, you know, even all of this
The
is very important.
preparedness.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, the one thing you don't want to do is show up to an interview in the air like
In a tank top and flip flops.
that too, or you're just stuck, you know, trying to figure out what to say. You know,
Right.
so it's definitely important that you know what you want to do and you know the right things to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do, what to play, and or how to play and how not to play. You know,
Exactly, man.
so definitely.
I see Latrell's in the chat.
Oh, Latrell, what's up, man?
We got Utterly. That's my friend Lorenzo. He's been tuning in from time to time. He's saying, "What's up?"
Hey, what's up, man? Restream. I think I'm saying it right.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Oh,
That's the software we're using to do it. It's all good, man.
oh, okay.
But he's my best friend. Restream and I, we go way back, man. Like,
Well, that's
we like
good.
to chill. I figured we should let everyone here know if they want to request a song, just type the song name in the chat and we'll get it up on the computer. We actually have a couple tracks that are good to go already.
Nice, nice.
You want to tell us about this first one?
So this first one. Oh, wait, Latrell, Tyree is definitely one. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I'm one of your favorite. Definitely one drummer that you love to call. I appreciate that. If you have a song request, you have to cash up me $5.
You gotta hire him to play your track.
Right. But so this first song, I believe it was called Mellow Fusion. It's a drumless track by a great phenomenal keyboard player named Andre Forbes. Um a lot of people may know him for like some of the silly cartoon videos that he's done for like, church and stuff like that. But he's definitely a phenomenal keyboard player. He's this track is not in the original. Okay, first let me slow down. Some of the tracks that you will be hearing me play is not in a basic 4/4. Like, you got your basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna tell you now some of the tracks you will not hear in that time signature. That's what we used to play into. This track is let me see. 1, 2, 3. It's basically 3/4. So yeah, it's basically in the count of 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or for those of you like to count by 8, it would be in 6/8.
Nice.
So you got a
You
one,
got some
two.
interesting time signatures in there.
Yeah, so it'd be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It depends on how you count, because some people count differently. You have a 3/4, and then you have a 6/8 as well. So it's definitely gonna be pretty interesting. Definitely make sure you know how to count. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say that, because of the fact in music you're gonna have different timing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of music will require you to play in different timing, and you could be able to do fills, you could be able to do chops, but as long as you still know how to count, and as long as your fills and chops is within that timing, then you're good. But if you don't, then this is definitely one of those moments where I would definitely suggest that you definitely count. If it's okay with you, I would like to even try a counting exercise that will kind of help those that are not familiar with it.
Okay.
So,
How does that work?
so basically, a brief demonstration of the first song that you're gonna hear is called Mellow Fusion. So, like I said, it's in a count of 3/4, or it's gonna count of 6/8. So you have let's see, yeah, I think this is good. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Those of you that grew up in church, some play like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But then, if you know how to count and still make the groove a little, yeah, I like this. I like this. So a brief demonstration would be like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's basically something like that. But I'm gonna spice it up. I don't want it to just sound like it's a beginner here. I'm gonna spice it up. So definitely, as soon as you hear the tick 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 and the music comes in, just start counting. So as soon as you hear me start playing with the music, start counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's the whole song.
There we go. You want to kick it off?
Uh,
I could also run it back if you want to demonstrate and then like play through.
I would say let's just go ahead and play
Okay.
it through, because I think it has clicks to count me off.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. I'm just gonna get that mic out of the way. I'm gonna step out to get some water. If you need anything, let me know. And yeah, here is Mellow Fusion, the drumless track.
We can turn up a little more.
You want the track up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. That was awesome. I was just tracks. I was just monitoring the mix upstairs because it's hard to mix it while I'm in the same room as you.
Right.
Sounds awesome, man.
Okay, great.
I'll
Thanks.
send you a little more track though. That was a really cool feel to the groove of the song. Like you pointed out, was in 3 before, and the way that he had the hits, like bump bump, bump bump.
Yeah.
like, there's a cool vibe to it. Working on that other track. That's
oh, no,
cool.
It's okay.
How many how often do you get to rehearse? Is it usually like a more is it a more laid back setting, or when you're going to practice with other people, do you have to be like extremely prepared on the ball, or is there room for you to like kind of work together to get the song where it needs to be?
There's definitely room indeed, because of the fact that, it takes time to perfect it as
Mhm.
much as any drummer, keyboardist, guitar, whoever, a band period, as much as we try to, perfect how we want to sound, there's definitely going to be room, and it takes time. It definitely takes time. There was slight, mess ups here and there, but
Yeah,
at
but
the end, yeah, it happens. At the end of the day, you gotta learn how to crawl before you can run.
true.
We got some people that want to run and they don't know how to crawl. So um,
And it's not normal to be amazing at something the first time you do it.
oh,
Like,
definitely,
there's some people,
definitely,
get away with that, but
right.
for the most part, you got to work hard to get the results that you want to see.
Yes, definitely. If you don't put in no work, then you can't complain. You can't complain. You can't whine. You have to fall in order to get back up. Otherwise, you will never know what it's like to mess up.
Yeah. And
so.
it's important to understand that like everyone makes mistakes. It's a matter of learning from them.
Yes.
To grow. Like otherwise you just keep making the same, or even if it's different mistakes, like
Right.
don't take a lesson from it, then it was really a mistake.
Exactly. If you're not learning from your mistakes, then something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to keep making the same mistake over and over and over, and you see other people that make mistakes, but they move on from it because they learn from it. If you're not like I said before, if you're not learning anything, then how will you ever really know what it's like to struggle?
Mm-hmm.
How will you know what it's like to, grow as a musician? You got to take some hits,
True.
along the way in order to progress.
Nice. Yeah. I feel like that's a valuable lesson that comes with time too. Like,
Yes.
It's not an overnight thing.
Definitely not an overnight thing.
It's not like you go struggle at rehearsal once and then bam, you're the next greatest drummer on the planet. You really got to work at it and put the time in.
That's true. Wait, I'm sorry. Latrell,
He says, "Bless you, sir."
which
And he wants to
bless
hear
bless the Lord? Which one? Because Todd Tribbett has two of them. Are you talking about the slow one or the up tempo one? That one he did not. Yeah, he's got two of them. He didn't specify which one.
Cool. You know which one's which here?
Yes, I know the difference,
Okay.
but
Yeah, we'll
he
wait
didn't
for him
specify.
to let us know.
Yeah,
Now that track is done.
but yeah.
Have you played to that track he's requesting before?
If it's the one that I think he's talking about, yes.
Cool.
It's been a while since I listened to it.
Well, the cool thing about this show is like most of the time where the artist on the hot seat is improvising, so like
Okay.
there's no real pressure to have to pull it off. And if you don't like the track, we could always skip to the next one. Cool.
And besides, he'll be
We'll
okay
wait
if I
for
don't
him
do
to
it.
get back to us. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he'll be okay if I don't do it.
he might have to Cash App you or Venmo you.
Right. We'll just say we did it already, but you missed it. If you want to hear to play it again, you got to cash up.
Or show up to the next clinic.
Yeah, show up to the next clinic.
Well, that's cool. We had a couple other tracks. I'm not sure if you wanted to get into them. How's your mix with this one? Let's actually check it out because I know this song is a lot louder than the other ones.
Let me see.
I've been feeling kinda cooped up. I'm trying to get some fresh air. Hey, when you got the roof out, you know it never rains here. Hey, you ain't got a flash when you're taking your picture. You ain't gotta draw no extra attention. Paparazzi wanna shoot ya. Niggas down for less out here.
It's a lot to juggle here, but I'll send you some more. All right, let's see how it sounds while I'm doing that.
I've been in my bag anyway, trying to throw a bag in the safe. Give you
Yeah, that's good.
All right, cool. Let's restart the track. Anderson .Paak is really something else.
Definitely.
Can I show you the first track I ever heard him on?
Sure. Yeah.
I love this track. A lot of people, I don't know if they know about it or care to hear it, but it's you know Skrillex.
Yes, I heard of Skrillex.
So he's got this label. Check the mic real quick. It's all good. He's got a label with all these talented producers on it, and this guy named Josh Opus he took this Korean trap song by Keith Ape. Do you know who Keith Ape is? You ever heard of him?
Nah, I never heard of him.
He's a Korean trap artist. I can't understand what he's saying, but his flow is so sick anyway. He created a song, and then I think ASAP Ferg and Waka Flocka and a whole bunch of other artists, including Anderson .Paak, hopped onto it. And the production is just insane. Like the entire track. There's crazy synths and sound design that's really interesting. I'll just play the part that Anderson .Paak is on.
My fucking clique, that's our club and free nationals. That's out of body experience. That's cash only when the card ain't working and the plug ain't got that square shit. I'm prepared for this. Say, I'm rare, bitch, you standard. More kerosene in my lantern, more gasoline in my backwood. I'm riding from.
This thing came out 2016.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty old. But I heard that before I ever knew who Anderson .Paak was. I was like, yo, who is this guy?
Right,
on the track?
The crazy thing is, I didn't really know who Anderson .Paak was because actually I didn't know who he was until I heard that Tent song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the fact, honestly, I've been trying to branch out with different styles of music, and plus, it seems like the same. I'm not saying the same artist, but over the generation or over the years, hip hop and R&B has talked about the same three things, and it's just okay. So it's
You get tired of it.
right? You know. So basically, since I have such an ear for music, if the music or the beat doesn't catch my attention, 9 times out of 10 I'm not gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
You know. So basically, when I listened to the Tent song, I don't know. I think it was the groove. I can't remember if it was the groove or the sound of the music because I play keyboard as well.
Nice.
So it's since I have that ear to, if it's something that's gonna make me want to hum it over and over and over, I'm like, yeah, I'll listen to it. Otherwise, I won't listen to it.
Yeah.
So that's just me.
Right on. Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Do you hear a cricket in the room with us?
Yes, I do.
I thought that was your ringtone or something.
Oh no.
I'm like, wait, is this actually here? It turns out it is.
It sure is.
We got to set up some cricket traps or something.
Right.
It's funny because a while ago we saw one on the wall here, and we were joking if they start spreading around the studio, all we're gonna hear is crickets. It's
right.
the worst problem.
I was about to say they already got their own phone company.
I saw someone just message in our chat before we go in this song. It's Ngrow. It's 4580. It looks like it's a spam. Bummer.
Oh boy.
But Infinite Third is in the chat. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Infinite. Thanks for joining in.
You're just in time to catch Tyree play to Anderson Paak's Tint featuring Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, let's give it a go. Says looking forward to it. Sweet. Yeah, let's do this.
I've been feeling kinda cooped up, cooped up. I'm trying to get some fresh air. Hey, when you got the roof out, roof out. You know it never rains here. Hey, you ain't got a flash when you're taking your picture. You ain't got to draw no extra attention. Paparazzi wanna shoot ya, shoot ya. Niggas dying for less out here. I've been in my bag anyway, trying to throw a bag in the safe. You get torture and babe. Baby, my little want some business. Niggas dying for less out here. Do what I gotta do, bruh, do bruh. Put up in my rearview mirror. I'm carefree. I'm open script. I need things. When you know stuff to tell, you know when you know stick. I can't be flying down and waiting. Bad bitch in my whip. I need things. When you know stick. I need things. You know when you know stick. It's no good. It's so good. I need things. When you know stick. I need things. You know when you know stick. I got
You probably think a nigga trolling or showing out for the cameras. Fuck, I'm doing fish bowling. 100,000 on the passenger. Bitch, I'm Kendrick Lamar. Respect me from afar. I was made in this image. You call me a god. Everybody in attendance. I'm about to perform. Everybody get offended about the shit I got on. Like, can you buy that nigga 900 horse? Can you drop that nigga a G5? Can you fly that nigga? I need 10 so I can look at the snakes and poses. I need 10 cause my head is non-disclosure. I need 10 so I can live with a peace of mind without niggas taking a piece of mine and peace be still and not do fine. So fuck a fix it ticket. You pull me over and might see one of your bitches.
You know I like a presidential. Stretch it out, that's a limo. Pull it up and let me get behind ya. Where we going now? Need to know. Go flying in the phantom. Niggas never see me coming. She wanna hold me like a ransom. But the money keep me running. And all I've been in my bag anyway. Trying to throw a bag in the safe. You get torture and babe. Baby, I don't want some business. Niggas crying for less out here. Do what I gotta do, bruh, do bruh. Put up in my rearview mirror. Open script. I need things. When you know stick, when you know stick. I can't be flying down and waiting. Bad bitch in my whip. I need things. When you know stick. I need things. I know when you know stick. It's so good. I need things. When you know stick. I need things. You know when you know stick. I got way too much to do. So I need things. When you know stick. I need things. When you know stick. I think I'm about to fly out. Can't see me when I act tonight. I got some moves I gotta make though. Got the goons up on the payroll. They wasn't me coming. They wasn't me coming. No. I think I'm about to fly out. Can't see me when I act tonight. I got some moves I gotta make though. Got the goons up on the payroll. They wasn't me coming. They wasn't me coming.
That was a pretty clean way to end the song.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I felt like that song right there, it did not call for too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a solid, straight groove, solid, straight pocket. You know, it was okay for fills here and there, but like I said, it all depends on how the flow of the song is going. You know, and especially with something like that, you don't want to. This is not all eyes on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all lights on me, all spotlights on me. I'm the star here. No, because the moment you try to do something like that, you're fired
Yeah.
right there on the spot. You know, and if it's something that you love doing, you have to learn to humble yourself and know that your time will come. You know, so definitely, that's one of the reasons why I chose that song
Yeah.
because nice groove, nice pocket, and I felt like it'll be perfect for, a cover. Definitely perfect for a cover, and it'll teach some drummers to learn how to approach a song a different way.
Yeah.
So especially if you want to play for the artist, you know, I heard a drummer say, I guess depending on who the artist was, he said that it's okay to add some of you, but as long as you are playing the song exactly like how it's on the record, you're good. You can add some of you, but not too much of you, because too much of you is not how it's supposed to be.
It overwhelms the artist's
Right, overwhelms
original
exactly.
intention.
Right. So that's one thing that I learned. You know, certain songs, um, certain songs require a certain approach. Certain songs require the approach from. Uh, certain songs may require an approach that is different from the record,
Mm-hmm.
where the artist may say, "Hey, wild out, just go bananas, go nuts. There's your green light." Otherwise, you gotta stay within that orange because if you hit red, you're messing up.
True.
So that's what I would say.
Do you ever get asked to fill in for drummers or cover for them in music setting?
Um, Mainly because of church. Mainly
Okay.
because of church. But as far as like for an artist, that time is coming.
Cool.
I'm not gonna say no, but I feel like that time is definitely coming because of the work ethic. The work that I put in. For YouTube videos and stuff like that.
People are seeing what you're up to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it shows that hey, this guy can he can play. He can you know he can be in the what's the word I'm looking for? He can balance. He's not an unbalanced drummer that is more of him and less of how he should be. He's
Capable.
he's capable. He's evening it out.
Nice.
So I would definitely say that.
What's it like to sub in for someone if they hit you up on a Sunday or the day before and they're like, I can't make it. Can you fill in for me? I know there's some like standards in church music that like you can't really deviate outside of the box.
Right. There's been times where like I feel like day before would be considered last minute notices,
Oh, okay.
because of the fact that you may have plans or whatever.
Or you might already be working.
It might be working already. You might be already be working like you said. Just could be sitting at home watching a game, and next thing you know, hey, can you fill in for me tomorrow? Or hey, can you fill in for me later today? And you're like, because that's happened to me before. That's
Oh, wow.
definitely happened to me before, where somebody said, "Hey, man, are you near Brooklyn?" I'm like,
Not really.
I said, I'm in Westchester. It's like, gosh, I need a drummer. I'm like, what time do you need him? What time you need a drummer? 12? I said,
You look at the clock, it's like 11:45.
yeah. I was like, sorry, dude, but yeah, that's definitely. Hey, Felipe, thanks, man. Definitely, shout that out.
The
Infinite-
last minute. Oh yeah, Infinite Third's still here. Felipe's here in the chat. Thank you guys for being with us.
Thanks, Infinite Third. I would definitely appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Felipe. You're a great drummer and a great video editor. Everything, but yeah, like I was saying, it's definitely. It sucks when it's a last minute call,
Does
But
that happen often, or is that like the unprofessional thing to do? Do you think?
I feel like it's unprofessional, but things happens.
True. Yeah.
It's life.
Mhm.
So and it's expected. Sometimes it's also a good thing because of the fact you could just be sitting at home listening to music or watching a game. Somebody calls you, say, "Hey, can you come in like 2 hours?" Okay, sure. Just allow transportation travel time. You
Mhm.
know, but yeah, it's also it's good and bad.
Yeah.
It's unprofessional, but it's also good at the same time because of the fact that, like I said, you could be doing nothing. You could just be itching and wishing and being hungry to play, but
Excuse me.
like I said, sometimes things happen at the last minute.
Yeah.
So it's not always a bad thing,
It's out of your control. There's nothing you could do about it.
right? But it's more professional to let things be known ahead of time. Definitely, let things be known ahead of time. Oh, nice hoodie, nice hoodie. Uh,
That's my sister.
oh,
Thanks for being here, Ray.
uh, Ark, who goes there? Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining in. But yeah,
So in terms of I was gonna ask in terms of like preparation, how how prepared can you be to go to a spot you've never played before and fill in for a gig, or does that require a rehearsal? Like, how does that usually work?
so sometimes it depends on who calls you. You know, for example, like the guy Latrell that was on here earlier. I don't know if he still is, but he could come up and he could call me and say, "Hey, I need you to fill in, or I need you to come play drums while I play keys." Sometimes it can be, the preparation can be kind of. It depends on the equipment sometimes, and it also depends on what the material is because of the fact it could be something that you don't even know.
Right.
And I feel like I've been in that situation countless times of growing up playing in church. I'm like, if I don't know the song, I'm just playing a straight pocket groove, But if I hear how it goes more often, then I'm like, okay, I could add a little here and there, add a little sauce to it. But it definitely depends on not even just the setting, but who you're with.
Yeah.
A lot of musicians, they know each other, and they say, "Hey, yeah, come play with me." It's last minute, I know, but yeah, come play. I need a drummer. We blend together so well. Then there's some that be like, "Hey, I know you through so and so. Can you come play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. We never played together, but I'll follow. I'll do the best I can. You know, a lot of times drummers they play like me, like I said earlier, with the song Tense, I followed the groove. I
Mhm.
followed the groove. Some songs may already have a groove, but people don't always play it the exact same way. So then you're like, well, that's not how it's supposed to sound. No, you're playing it wrong. And it leads to a whole dispute, and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to play.
Yeah.
Then you got some people that's like, you know what, I'm out.
They
and
can't even bother to.
yeah,
It's too much to like take on your plate sometimes.
exactly.
Especially if you have a ton of other material that you got to know.
Exactly. 'Cause
It's good to pace yourself.
definitely, if you don't pace yourself, you're going to crash and burn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last thing you want. Don't any drummers that's out here, please don't be trying to live the fast and furious life because it doesn't always succeed. Thank you for agreeing with me, Cricket.
I
Wherever
think the
you
cricket
are,
was cricket's like, yeah,
wherever you are, but yeah, that's definitely what I have to say about that.
that's cool, man. I've never, well, actually, now that I think about it, I have been required to fill in for another drummer on a short, like, weekend tour.
Oh wow,
And I had rehearsals, like, a couple times before I went out on the road with them, but it was something where their material was in my wheelhouse, you know?
yeah,
So it made sense for me to fill in. Whereas if it was like some crazy material that I couldn't handle, and then I was playing a set for my band at the time, and then I would have to play their set, then I would have definitely been like, I don't think
yeah,
I can pull that off.
because it'd have been too much. You'd have been
Right.
already had your material in your mind of how it's gonna go, and then next thing you know, you get a call for something else that's kind of before, like it kind of puts a pause or a damper on what you have going on, and it's like, okay, I'm focused on my stuff. You guys called me last minute. and it's just like, uh, it may be in my wheelhouse, but I don't really know it. And then you're gonna look at me like, "What are you doing? Just play." And I'm like, "I am playing." I'm playing, but I don't really know it that well.
Right.
So because like I said, it's last minute, short notice. You may or may not have had a rehearsal. They might just say, "Hey, here's the material. Just listen to it." You know, sometimes you may not have a rehearsal at all, and you may not even have no material at all.
Mm-hmm.
They
You
just-
got sound check if you're lucky.
yeah, if you're lucky, and then you might not even have a complete sound check.
Right. It
You
might just
know-
be like, okay, hit through the drums, hit through that. Okay, see you
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, hit the bass, hit the tom. Okay, we're good. Like, wait, we're not rehearsing? Oh no, you're not rehearsing, cause you go on in like 30 minutes. You're like, I don't know the material.
That's when you sit in the bathroom with your headphones on and you're like trying to
Exactly.
Okay, and then there's that, and then there's the one over there. You're like trying
And
to
then the
get
next
through
thing,
all of it.
the next thing you know, you get on. You're like, oh snap. How does it go?
Was it this one or the other one that I do
Right.
that part?
Right. Which song? How does that song go again? And you're like, can I just disappear?
Yeah, right.
you
like
know.
you
Yeah.
start sinking in your chair.
Or how they say on Dragon Ball Z, just instant transmission. Because it's like,
I'm behind you now.
right. And it's like, you're playing in front of thousands of people. And then you're like, God help me, because I don't remember how this goes. And
It's
then,
a bad feeling to have.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And,
Which goes to like the point of preparation. It's on you to a degree to say like you need me to fill in next weekend. We need to have a rehearsal at this time and like
yes.
start getting the ball rolling because you can't always rely on the people who are calling you to be like, okay, there's scheduled time for rehearsal. They expect that you might be able to just show up and pull it off.
Right. If there's no rehearsal, send me the music.
Mm-hmm.
Send me the music. I'll listen to it. I'll fall asleep listening to it. But if you're not having no rehearsal, if you're not sending any material, and you're just saying, "Oh, it goes like this," and you're like, that's not working
Yeah.
because it's no rehearsal.
Mhm.
There's no material. You can't just try to send a voice note of how it sounds, and because you're gonna forget it.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
better.
lot to absorb and take in, and I think there's some musicians out there who have that type of brain that can just listen to a song once, and they're good to go.
Right. There's some that can. There's been times where I think I've done it like maybe once or twice, but the music was easy.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, some people still has a certain style that they want. They want a certain approach. And if you don't have that, then you're like, I thought you were good. I thought you could play. And you're like, I can, but I have to know what I'm doing. Oh, you should be able to catch on. You're supposed to be a pro. You play with all these people, and you played here, you played there, but people fail to realize that it doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
You got to have. If there's no rehearsal, you got to have material. You got to have the material, and you have to do your job to study it. If you don't study it, then
You have no one else to blame.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then that right there can cause you to miss out on so many opportunities. It can cause a lot of doors to not open for you because the people that you're with, they can look at you and just be like,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, yeah. They'll call the regular drummer and say, hey, don't ever bring him here again. And then next thing you know, they're gonna talk to other people and say, yeah, don't use him. Because he did not do his job. He didn't listen to the music. He didn't study it.
You can't break that trust
Exactly.
because then the door's closed.
Exactly. And I feel like even with doing drum covers, like, for example, the songs that I've already played and the songs that I'm going to play again, you have to know the music to know when to do a fill, when not to do a fill, when the time signature changes, when the music breaks. If you're not paying attention to that, then you're like, they're just looking like, I just hear noise, but I don't hear you playing the music. I just
Mhm.
hear blah 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 blah, blah, and you're like, where's the music at? You know,
You were supposed to play a song.
right? Play the song.
What is all this other extra stuff?
Yeah, if like I said, but like we said in the beginning, if Dark Flow, if the music doesn't stop to give you that green light to open up, then you shouldn't be doing it because you're not playing the music. You know, the music can play, but don't overkill the song. Just don't kill it. Period. You know.
I
So-
definitely struggle with that because when I do this stream by myself, sometimes I just take random requests from everyone, and it's hard not to, when you've never heard a song before, to just try to anticipate every change, and you want to have fun around the kit. Like, it gets
Exactly.
boring to just play like a drum and bass groove the whole
it
8
does.
minutes of the song, and it's, a lot of music isn't written from the perspective of a drummer where your brain goes, oh, it'd be sick if I did this
Yeah.
upbeat splash thing, and then I came back around for the
Yeah.
when the drums are just boots and cats. You can't really open up that much.
I mean, that's true, but if you don't know it, then you're like also making yourself look bad
Yeah.
because you're listening. You're like, oh, it changed. Oh, I don't know it.
I
what do
like to just roll with it, which doesn't fly at a show at all.
right.
When you're here by yourself on stream, sure, you could be like, okay, whatever, I'm back into it.
Yeah, you're like, hey guys, I don't know it. I'm just having fun. I'm just playing the song.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you're at a show, you're like, hey, dude, you're fired. Don't even go to the hotel because if you come to the hotel, we're fighting.
No.
I don't think nobody's really gonna do that, but then again, you never know. So,
I've seen that happen before. Not fired on stage, but I think the crowd asked for an additional encore song. This was at Summer Stage somewhere. The crowd asked for an encore or a track that was really popular, but the band hadn't necessarily prepared to play, and the drummer didn't know it, so he just kept time the whole track. But you saw the looks from the other band members; they were giving him the death glare, like, "Are you
what
serious?
are you doing? Play." I'm like, I don't know it. And
So
you're
what
like, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah, right. He's on the chopping block after that.
Right.
What do you do in your free time to prepare for, say, any music opportunity you have, or where's your mind at when it comes to pursuing keys, pursuing drums? How do you view yourself as a musician?
Well, I feel like just about every drummer or every keyboard, every musician, period, they eventually may want to take a center stage one day, and I feel like, okay, I see myself one day playing on stage, in front of hundreds of people, thousands of people, playing with a great artist, but then you have to think of, okay, like you said, where do you see yourself? How do you picture yourself? How do you spend the free time getting prepared for it? That's like practicing. You have to practice the material, but then sometimes you may come to a live band rehearsal, and next thing you know, they're adding a whole different arrangement, a whole different musical arrangement to the song. You're like, oh, can y'all send me this?
Yeah.
Can y'all please send me this? And I'll definitely do my homework. We can still practice it. I can still learn it, but
This is going to take some extra time to
Right.
get it right, because you want to, as a musician, the way you carry yourself is you want to be confident when you play
oh
the
yes,
part.
definitely.
You don't want to just be trying to get through it, which rehearsals can be sometimes.
Right.
But if you want to do your homework, I feel like people see that and they're like, this guy's serious. He knows
Oh, yeah.
what he means business.
Definitely. That's even with drum covers. To be honest with you, some people don't think about this, but putting up drum covers on YouTube, any social media, is basically like a way of auditioning yourself because of the fact that, you never know who's watching, and people are indeed watching. They're watching your YouTube, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, wherever, and not just artists, but companies.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's I feel like everybody's had that dream of saying, I want to be endorsed one day. I want to get endorsed by DW. I want to get endorsed by Pearl. I want to get endorsed by Sabian, Zildjian, Mino. But they're watching, They're watching your drum covers, how you sound, how you approach and everything. Then they're looking at your fan base.
Yeah.
You know, like the artist could be looking. If not, if the artist isn't looking, the artist producer could be looking. The MD could be looking, and
Yeah.
then you're like, oh wow, holy crap, you know, this the producer of so and so watch my video, Pearl Drums watch my video, like, you know. So I feel like um even before I start to record myself to do a drum cover, then my thing is, okay, if I don't have drums in front of me, I'm listening to them song over and over and over. I don't care if it's a simple 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter, you know, because of the fact that you have to study.
You got to be ready.
You got to be ready. You have
Mhm.
to really study and apply yourself. You have to show that you're ready. You have to show that you know it, you know, because of the fact that you could constantly play the same groove over and over and over, but then with some drummers or some bands, I'm going to say bands, there are a lot of bands that don't pay attention to the fact when you have to break it down
Right.
because the artist comes in and they're singing or they're rapping, and you have to come down a little bit. Now, if they give you the cue, turn up, you know. Yeah, you're going crazy and everything like that. You're twirling the sticks and, you know, you're doing the lifting your leg on the hi-hat thing, you know, but you still got to know when to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You still
Come
got to know
back
when to
home.
come right.
Come
you
back
know.
to that pocket level.
Yes, definitely. Like, I forgot what song is next. I can't remember. But
Oh, yeah, I'll pull it up in the meantime.
yeah, because I think the next song is actually going to help demonstrate, you know, what I'm talking about.
Oh, we got system in the computer. Are you down
Okay.
for that? We could always flip flop them too if you're thinking.
Yeah, can we flip flop?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Lucky Day, Shoulda.
Yeah, featuring Babyface. Those of you that don't know, Babyface is a legend in the music industry. Please, if you do not know, check out his work. Great producer. Um, yeah, great producer, great singer, a dope artist. Lucky Day, he's actually become one of my favorite artists of this generation
Wow.
because of the fact that it was his music that really caught my attention. You know, like if it's like I said, if it's something that doesn't catch my ear, it makes me want to hum it over and over and over, and I'm like, yo, if it's stuck in my head, I'm gonna want to learn it. You know, I'm gonna want to learn it on keys, and I'm like, okay, if I want to learn it on keys, and I know I'm gonna dig it. I know I'm gonna want to, you know, constantly. Thank you, Cricket. Thank you.
He's like clapping for us.
Yeah,
over
thank
here.
you. You know, but constantly, like, you know, constantly humming it, constantly listening to the song, you know, and I'm like, okay, I like the feel, I like the approach, you know. So he's definitely been, you know, one of my favorites of this, not just, I wouldn't say this generation, but like even within the past year,
Nice.
you know, within the past year, because of the style, the approach, everything.
It's always nice to find a new standout artist. Like, this is refreshing.
Oh yeah,
This is different, and I want to show this to everyone I know because I like it
exactly,
and it stands out. Yeah.
exactly.
Sweet. I don't know if I've heard this one before. Have you done any videos or played to it live?
No, I haven't. I mean, I've tried to like practice to it, but this is also one of those songs that is big on approach. You know, where you're gonna hear me doing. I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'm gonna know when I'm gonna play the song. I'm gonna play the music. You know, and it's not gonna be one of those. Hey, Tyree, show me what you got. It's not that Jay-Z song.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, shout out to Tony Royster. He kept
Yeah.
that song. But
That videos. Have you seen the one of him playing in the? I think it might have been Madison Square Garden.
If I remember correctly, I think the only video I saw him playing that song, I think Jay-Z just gave him the nod and was like, "Go ahead, go ahead," and then he's looking back like, if it's that third one, if it's that one right there, yes, I saw that one.
Let's check it out real quick before we go into this track. Just because Tony Royster's on another level. He's just like, open up, go for it.
Yeah.
You know, like- And that energy just transforms the song.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And his taste is on point too, because like
Oh yeah.
could probably do so much more than that, and he chooses to just like lock in. Yeah, shout out Tony Royster. Definitely check that video out on YouTube if you are trying to hear some pocket into madness.
I would say like the next minute, if you were to fast forward, it's like another
okay.
minute or so is when he starts to go crazy. You know, he's like, okay, go ahead, go Super Saiyan. You know.
Like somewhere over here, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure we're on the right screen. His timing is just so nice.
There you go. Oh, he ain't done yet. In fact, take it like another. Yeah, right there, right there.
The band is killing.
He's about to go crazy right now. See, there you go.
Wow.
Jay-Z's face tells it all.
He's like, okay.
Seriously, that wasn't no easy shit. Make some more noise.
He's not kidding at all.
Yeah, that's not easy at all. But the good thing is I'm gonna do some easy stuff. You know, because he just turned into like Goku. I'm Krillin.
You should hit the fusion dance with him.
Oh gosh.
Go Krillin.
Oh.
Krillin coup?
Oh man,
That would be fun to watch on an animated version.
dude, that would be hilarious.
Some of the Gotenks fusion was crazy when that happened. Like,
Oh, they had to take some time. Like they went from being super skinny to big and chubby, and it's just it was crazy.
that was crazy.
But,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready when you are though.
Okay, cool. Let's check this track. Let's make sure that's the right level for you.
Said you want a romance, well I gave you a lot. Said you wanted mountains, yeah, I put you on top.
Okay, cool. I like the sub bass in the song. It's mixed really good.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Said you want a romance, well I gave you a lot. Said you wanted mountains, yeah, I put you on top. You could ever take my heart, but you got it on lock. I'm fucked up, baby, so fucked up, girl. I need your life, thought your heart was true. Where was your heart last night when I needed you? Love should have run. Last home last night, should have been with me, babe, holding me tight. Don't be mad if your man isn't home tonight. You should've brought that ass home last night. All you wanna do is take it from the top. Thought a nigga could trust you, but obviously not. Now you changing stories, baby, just stop. You fucked up.
Is that a transition into like a outro sort of thing?
No, actually, no, I have no idea where that came from.
Oh, I'm just not plugged into the right thing. I wish I was more than one person sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes where you want to clone yourself.
You just get so much more done.
Yeah, well, part of me would be drumming, the other part would be sleeping.
Yeah. I never thought of that, but
Right.
that's genius.
It
That's
really is.
high IQ right there.
Definitely, indeed.
I wonder if you had a clone like that, would you just like take turns sleeping, or would he sleep for you?
Yeah, one would sleep, the other one would drum, the other one would be somewhere else. Like, I'd be all over the place.
Imagine you had a clone to go work for you,
Oh, gosh.
and then you could just chill all the time.
Yeah, one would be working, one would be probably at a beach, one would be, well, never mind, no beach is getting cold now. One would just be watching TV, just relaxing. I see we got somebody tuning in on Facebook.
Nice, that's cool. You ever watch Naruto?
I'm more of a Dragon Ball Z fan than Naruto.
It's all good.
Yeah, I've never really. I don't know. It's been like a big debate of like which is better,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Dragon Ball Z or Naruto. I'm like, Dragon Ball Z.
I would agree with that. I think they're both excellent shows, but Dragon Ball Z is just iconic, like classic.
Exactly. Like
You
you know,
know?
you can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with it at all. So you know.
I brought up Naruto because in the series, his clones learn. So like, if he makes a clone and the clone goes out and discovers something, he now has that
Oh, wow.
information. So that would be a cool clone type to have, you know.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting.
One plays the left side of the kit, one plays the right side of the kit.
Right. Crazy thing is, people are like, how are you left-handed, but you play right-handed?
Oh, you're actually a lefty.
Yeah. Team lefty, but when it comes to playing drums, I'm team righty. I'm like, honestly, I just grew up around drummers that were right-handed, and I picked up. You know, I picked up on it just from watching. And, of course, like most drummers, using pots and pans and everything like that until I got my own drum set. And then I just went crazy, you know, because growing up, you're not, especially when nobody's there to, like, really teach you, you
Mhm.
know. I learned from watching. You know, I would sit back, watch some tapes. Like, for example, within, like, the past 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, I've just been going back in time to, I think it was, like, maybe between 1997 and 1999. Janet Jackson did the Velvet Rope Tour,
Wow.
and she was at Madison Square Garden, and she did the tour like in different cities, but Madison Square Garden was where she decided to do it live, and you know, it's been on YouTube. Definitely a great production, great musicians, great singers, dancers. You know, Janet she's just great. That was my little kid crush right there. but like I've definitely been like writing. I mean, now back then I'm like, okay, I just liked it because you know it was music, you know. But now I'm like, I like it because the musicians is like
Talent.
Their talent. They're in sync with each other. Like it seems so simple because they're not doing the crazy arrangement changes and stuff that you hear now, but I feel like they help pave the way. You know, for even musicians like myself, you, I'm pretty sure those that are watching, some may have seen it, but yeah, definitely, that right there honestly, that was the only live recording that I've really studied that wasn't gospel. You know, I guess because, like I said, the music has to catch my ear, and a lot of artists don't do live recordings like that. You know,
Yeah.
because like that recording I believe had like around 20 songs, and
That's a long record.
yeah. Well, not the album.
I mean,
because
I'm
it was
sorry.
it was
the
more
live
than,
session. That's
yeah.
a long.
Tell
That's
me
a
about
long
it.
set to be
2 hours.
keeping up the same energy through the whole time. Like,
Yeah, nonstop, everything. Like,
I'm sure they dial it up and down throughout, but either way, 2 hours.
Yeah, and I mean, and one thing about me is like, sometimes like, especially with church, because that's mainly all that I played. I would think of me playing like as if I'm on a live setting,
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that everybody has that dream of one day taking it to the big stage, so it's like even in church you could get the green light to just go off, you know. Um, of course, sheddings. There's always a green light. There's always a green light. But it feels like when you're doing R&B, hip hop, you're not gonna always get that green light, depending on how the song goes. Like for example, Jay-Z, "Show Me What You Got." That's basically. I mean, I know he's not talking to the drummer, but you hear the drummer just going insane the entire time. And that song is like it's got to be almost 3 minutes long.
Right.
And as you saw in the video earlier, that was just the ending of it. That wasn't even the full song.
Right.
And he's just non-stop going. Oh, you want me to keep going? Okay, I'm going to keep going. And I'm like, more power to you.
I wish I could do that.
Right, like,
It's
so
amazing.
definitely is.
I was going to say, I don't think we have any other requests, but we do have the last track that you were telling me about, odd time
Oh.
signatures, and how it's a little different than the other songs you were playing.
Yes, so with this song, it's called...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Is this still playing? That's weird. Okay. It's called System by, who is it?
Brotherly.
Brotherly.
So one thing about this song, it has two different time signatures from based off what I listened to, or based off what I heard by listening to it countless times. It has the 4/4, but I didn't play it yet. Cricket.
He's cheering. He wants to hear it already. Wow.
I know I'm talking too much, but it has the basic 4/4, and then for me, I would say 6/8.
Okay.
I mean, it could be 3/4 too, but I would say 6/8 because of how I count. But at the end of the day, it's still the same thing.
Right. I feel like unless you're looking at the sheet music, it's just a matter of how you perceive it.
Exactly.
Like with the pulse. you know?
Exactly. So this song, I'm gonna tell you now, is gonna be very, very tricky. Like,
Okay.
it's gonna start off 4/4, and it's gonna just switch without warning. Like, I feel like there's gonna be a delayed hit on the snare that's gonna have you counting differently. But in reality, if you really study the song, it's still the same tempo throughout the whole song. It's just two different rhythms all in one.
Cool.
And so you'll definitely hear that featured in this song. But definitely, if you're looking at something, matter of fact, I will tell you after. I'm going to tell you after I play the song why I chose the song.
Okay,
So,
cool. I'm with that. Let's give it a quick test. Just make sure you can hear it good.
Just get closer, baby.
If it's the same as before, I'm good.
Oh, okay, cool. Sometimes they master tracks at like different loudnesses. So I've learned from the other streams that sometimes I'll be like, okay, go. And the track is like
Yeah.
kind of hard to hear. So I just don't want to put you in a bad spot. Let's let's rip this one. Are you done, Cricket? You wanna hit the kit? Come jump around on the toms or something? I'll take that as a no or a yes. I don't. Let's get it.
Get closer, baby.
Ooh.
Getting closer, baby.
There we go. Sorry, man.
Oh no, you good, you good.
That was a really cool track.
Dude, I tell you, like that song. See if I can. Okay, there we go. Dude, I'll tell you that song literally. Um, so I'm pretty sure now you're wondering why did you choose that?
Yeah, my brain would be on fire. It would just be overheating trying to play that.
So honestly, like I said before, as a drummer, not scratch that. As a musician, you want to grow. In order to grow, you have to challenge yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to do something that you're not used to. You have to come out of your comfort zone. This track made me come out of my comfort zone because of the fact that, like I said, when I first heard it, I'm like, yo, this is basically two different time signatures in one. But after talking with one of my friends, actually, your last guest, Tim Fountain, he was like, if you really think about it, it's nothing but the same time signature all in one, but the rhythm changes. 1 minute you think, oh, okay, he's doing like it's like some type of different electronic pop, Then he's like, okay, it's like a slow neo soul,
Yeah.
but it's really the music stays the same. It's just the playing. It's the playing that really changes.
True.
So I said like, yeah, it's old, but it's new to this generation. It's definitely new to this generation because of the fact that it's something that hasn't been heard in such a long time. And honestly, that song is all the way back from 2007.
Wow.
And it's 2020.
It's been around.
Yeah, nobody really knows about that song. Nobody really knows about that style of music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember hearing it back in the day, but I was like, it's cool to listen to, but I'm like, I don't think I'll try it. But then as I got older and I started doing covers, I started going to different sheds. I started listening to different styles of music. I said, you know what? Let me do something that a lot of drummers don't know. Let me do something that a lot of musicians don't know about. Let me do something that a lot of musicians, like you said, will catch a headache trying to learn how to do. And that's pushing themselves into different styles of music that will literally have you like, I'm done. Like, for example, one drummer that I know that does that to this very day, he's been doing it since he's been on the scene. His name is George Spanky McCurdy.
Oh, I've heard of him. Just pushing the boundary constantly, like with the weird music he pulls out, and he's just so comfortable with.
Yeah, he's comfortable
odd
doing
times, different styles.
Yeah, you're like
chops and pocket. Like
it's just you're like, wait a minute, what?
How'd you do that?
And he's like, oh, it's just nothing but. And you're like, you know what?
It's second nature to him, but
right.
You're just like, wait, let me get the. Wait,
it's simple to him. It's simple to him, but you're like, you're just looking like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, you don't get it, and you're like, what's that wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin? What? That's literally all you're saying is what?
What?
I'm gonna break it down for you. You got. You're like, how are you able to put that into how are you able to put that in and then you're like, you know what? Throw the whole drum set away.
It's musicians like that make me unsure whether I want to quit or just go practice.
Exactly. Exactly.
Lock yourself in a room for a month with a book. And
he'll have you picking up daisies. I want to quit. No, I want to go practice. I want to quit. No, I'm going to go practice. And you're literally like, I'm done with this one. Let me get another one.
Practice? Let's try it again.
Right. And then you hear him again and you're like, I'm not picking up daisies no more. I'm just going to go in my room and watch something else.
Yeah.
Because his timing is incredible. It's insane, of what he can fit in at the timing of a simple 4/4.
Yeah.
You know,
I
you're
love
like,
stuff like that.
yeah, and it's definitely something. If you don't know how, if you're one that does not know about time signature, do not listen to George Speaking McCurdy. you know,
It'll make you want to quit more.
thank you, Joe. Stick with it. Oh, that was you.
Hey there. But Joel did say it's funky, and he wasn't kidding, man. It reminded me in a way of this song that I wanted to show you. It's called Camp Adventure by this band, Delta Sleep.
Okay.
And it's probably kind of out there compared to what you usually listen to. But check this turnaround here. And you know what? I'm just going to play it with the camera on us. This turnaround in the intro blew my mind the first time I heard it, because when you first get, you'll see.
Okay.
Ready? That was fun, huh?
I'm not gonna lie, I was literally doing this the whole time.
Yeah.
But I heard it though.
And then it comes back in.
See, that right there is one of those, like, literally that's how I was learning system.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay, you try it. Whatever you did. Sound like that. I can't remember.
You want me to play it again? And then it was on the upbeat, yeah.
Yeah. See, it's stuff like that. See, that right there is what drew me to system, because it could be in the same tempo. The tempo could still be the same, but if you first off, I feel like this. I had to listen to system countless times in order to learn that it was still the same.
The same thing the whole way through.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I had to
Sometimes
listen
you
to
just
it.
gotta feel it out. Like,
Yeah.
until your body is ready to just know where it needs to be.
Exactly. I had to listen to that thing so many times before I could even be like, okay, this is it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like I said, talking with Tim, he said, look, it's just the same 440 the entire time. I'm like, oh. Well, I mean, you learn something new every day at the end of the day,
Just
but
some more perspective. Like,
exactly.
how you look at things can influence how you think about them. And if you have someone else like Tim who says, break it down this way, or just keep this pulse and now look how it feels, it's like way more natural,
Exactly.
that helps you level up too.
Yes, definitely. So, yeah, that's exactly why I said, you know what? It's stuff like that I like to check out, because of the fact it's stuff like that pushes you.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the band was still going.
Mm-hmm.
But then that drummer does that one little thing, and they don't lose time.
Yeah.
He goes off in outer space, comes back like he never left.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, because
like,
it
oh,
takes
like I
you
was-
on that journey too.
Yeah, it's like I was here the whole time.
It was an element where he didn't chop out super hard, but still added something to the music that made
Exactly.
it more interesting. And I think that's where people's heads should be at when they're
Yes.
creating parts.
Well said. Definitely well said.
And speaking of creating parts, I'm not sure if you caught the full stream with Tim, but I've been messing with this Groove Scribe thing lately. Have you seen this before?
No.
This is Mike Johnston's online. It's in your browser. Like, you could pull this up on a phone, on an iPad, on a whatever you need to, which is awesome. And the other cool thing is that whatever you type here, see how it changes up here? I could just send you this link and you'll have the same exact thing that we're typing out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So one thing that I've been doing is, like, we could let's write something together. And it could be either something you play and I could try to transcribe it, or if you want to take the keyboard and type it in.
Let's try it. You can try to put something. Let's see if I can do it.
Oh, okay. Let's write it together. So right now it's in 16 notes, 4/4 time. got this hi-hat groove, and we could clear it all if you want to get like abstract or.
Okay.
So yeah, let's start fresh. How would you approach this? We're writing a 4-bar phrase or a 1-bar phrase in 4/4 rather, with 16 notes. I feel like a good way to think about it is like, what do we want the bounce to be? Like, where should the snare fall? Where should the kick be?
I don't know why I was thinking something that I was thinking putting like a we will rock you flow like but then I realized, oh, you're doing it slow, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could make that work if you want. I'll just leave the spaces. So, actually, let's show everyone what we're working on in the meantime.
Yeah.
Let me just go to that, and now we're back. Cool. So we got the "We Will Rock You" feel in there. Maybe throw this. You want it to repeat like twice, and
Yeah,
maybe
let's see. Oh, okay. All right.
where should we go from here?
So now, since you have the snare, I keep forgetting the mic is right here.
It's all
Since you
good.
have the snare on the 1, add a snare to the 3.
On each one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no. Take it out the last one.
Okay.
Okay, let's see how it sounds. Oh. Okay, that works too.
That's pretty heavy. Were you thinking of it as like on the A?
Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You were close. It takes me forever to like. I can't parse this without visualizing it. So I
Right.
got to do a lot of trial and error to get what is in my head on the paper. So
Got you.
it's cool if we take our time to do it. Do you think there should be hats in there? I think we can add toms if we want. Like we could do that, or we could just keep it simple with the hats, kick, snare. It's up to you.
And you said the hi-hats is 16 notes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you make it to 32?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see if it's yeah, there we go. This is the same groove with 30-second notes. So
So let's add hi-hats on all of them.
oh, 30-second no hi-hats over this groove. I like that. It's going to be a lot of can I just like hold the mouse down? That would be nice, right? Wow.
That's definitely a lot indeed.
Almost there. This is why I like Guitar Pro. If you've ever used Guitar Pro, you just hit the keys and the arrows. So it'd be like you want to type in a hi-hat, you just press next hi-hat button, next hi-hat.
That would be more easy.
Which is cool. But this is just another way to do that. All right, let's hear it. So me, and this is just my personal. This is just my personal way of looking at it. I would see those snares with the hi hat,
Yeah.
and I would want to cut corners and be like, well, I know I can play this with 30-second notes, but I don't know if I have the coordination to get the snares and the hats at the time. So I
Right.
would probably take the hi hat off
Yeah.
of the snare.
Yeah, so it would be something like
Yeah. Let's see if that's accurate. Yeah. How you feeling about this?
yeah, that was good.
That's pretty straightforward, and
Exactly.
you know this is really good because I have this Discord channel. I don't know if you use Discord. Have you heard of it
I
before?
never heard of it.
It's like instant messenger that was made for gaming. But
Okay.
you can do anything you want with it. And I have this channel for Stick With It where we're actually getting a lot of newer drummers
Nice.
in
nice.
on the community and stuff like these licks, which are easy to just come and punch in. Like this took
Mhm.
us 2 minutes. And if you want to open up over it, like while I was playing in the background, I think Tim did that too.
Oh,
Just to
okay,
show
okay.
like some applications of like now you got this groove down, here's what you can do with it. It's up to you.
Oh yeah, we could try it.
All right.
And I think I just texted Jermaine Latrell. He said he didn't respond back, but I think that song. I think I know which one he was talking about. I say we could try that too.
Okay, you want to send it off with that after we're
Yeah, we
done
could-
with this groove?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
I just hate the fact that that song has live drums in it.
oh,
Guess who the drummer is?
Spanky.
Uh-huh.
Then you got some big shoes to fill in a
Tell
minute.
me about it.
We could also swing this beat, which is kind of cool. And I'm gonna post this up on the social, like the link to pull this up and play it yourself if you want. I'll post it up on all the socials if you're still with us. But I'm just gonna let it rock, and you could do your thing to it. Is that cool?
Okay, cool.
Oh, I forgot I swung it. But see, like the same exact groove, just swung a little, and now you have something completely different feeling. Maybe not that much fun for a human to play, but if you could figure out those stickings and really slow it down.
I hear diddles.
Mm-hmm.
I hear some diddles in those hi-hat turnarounds. Play it again?
Oh, with the swing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's see if we can figure it out. I think it was 25% last time.
Oh, it changes.
I lowered the tempo.
Oh. I'm gonna try it.
Give it a shot.
Ah. Oh, it switches. That's what it is.
That's hard to do.
Ah. I don't think that was it, but
You're close.
yeah, I was about to say that.
I think that's just one way to get more creative because, like, the computer can easily swing it.
That's true.
And then now that our brains have heard that swung, like maybe when you're playing the straight, you could add some of those diddles in to give it a
Exactly.
similar, like, it expands your horizons, which is always good to have a tool to do that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
I dropped it down to let's do 60 and the original groove with no swing.
Okay.
You could just play along, open up if you feel like it, or keep it in the pocket. That's up to you. Ready?
All right.
Okay. That was cool. Nice, man. That was really interesting. Like, let me pause this real quick.
Somebody commented.
Oh yeah, they did. Let's go back to it. It says Craig Vogel says, "Ty, you sound great as always."
Craig, thanks, man. He's actually the sound guy for my YouTube videos as well.
Oh, respect, Craig. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking it out.
Yeah.
We were just playing along to some Groove Scribe stuff we wrote, and Ty was just showing us what you could do with like a simple, like it might be simple on paper, but if you apply yourself and you apply, what makes you unique, you could just get creative and have something way cooler than
Oh yeah,
what a
definitely.
robot is doing.
Definitely. Shout out to Craig Vogel. He is an amazing sound man. He's an amazing. He's filled with wisdom. He's helped me a lot with my YouTube videos, and he's also enhanced, with my playing as well. He's also helped me with, marketing my videos, marketing my YouTube channel, marketing my Instagram. Great producer. He's also a drummer as well.
Oh, nice.
He's also a drummer as well. He's also a Giants fan, but I think I lost some points for saying that I'm not going to be a Giants fan anymore.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, don't pay the shirt, no mind.
How could you show up with that shirt on and abandon them? Is there a reason why? Any reason for particular? My sister actually works for the Jets as an intern.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on the video team.
This quarterback is killing me, man.
Too much
quarterback.
stress.
Like he said, ha ha. But yeah, he's killing me. Every game he does a interception. Like, come on.
That's too much.
Gosh.
Get with the program.
Exactly. But yeah, if we can try that song, I can send it to you.
Oh yeah, sure. Is this the one that was requested before?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, by the way.
I think I might have had it on this tab. Let's see. What do you know?
Yeah,
which
that's
one
it right
is?
there. That first one.
Cool. Let me just get it in the software. But yeah, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark, which is where I usually. I mean, we could keep going if we want, but I think this is a good way to send it home.
Yeah, I agree too. In fact, Craig, while you're watching, do you have a request for me to play any songs?
Yeah.
I think I may know a song that you might want me to play because you love it. And by the way, I already played System, so you can't say System anymore. But
if you're on YouTube, you can rewind it. There you go.
Yeah, you can rewind it. But yeah, if you have a request, Craig, please put it in.
Throw it in the chat. And if you want to let me know how the mix sounds, it's always nice to have another set of ears from someone who does sound. So
Yes.
Sweet. I did not get the
He knows
track
Felipe too.
in here. Oh yeah, you mentioned that everyone who you were working with plays drums,
Yep, sure does.
and I think that's even cooler that now they know about this, and hopefully we could get them in here, or maybe find a time to get some sort of clinic or shed going.
I knew he was going to say boy. I knew it. Charlie Puth.
Are you down to play that after this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So we got Bless the Lord live, and then I'll get that other track going, and here we go.
Everybody just clap your hands like this.
I have a couple friends who just walked in the door upstairs. They said you're killing it.
Oh, thank you guys. So last one will be Boy, Charlie Puth.
Okay. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do. Let's get it on YouTube. Before we go, okay, that was not the song that we wanted to play. I was gonna say before we go, I'd like to give you the floor to just like let people know what you're up to, where they could catch you, and how can they stay connected for whatever's on the horizon.
So, anybody that's looking to, I didn't forget, Craig. I'm about to play it now.
We got you.
I'm about to play Boy now. Don't worry, I got you. But anybody that would like to stay connected, you can follow me on Instagram at Tyree_drums, TYREE_drums. For Facebook, I have a fan page, capital TYREE space capital L dot space capital W, and then it's white.
Okay.
That's for Facebook.
Cool. I'll type
Um,
it in here just so they have it.
Yeah.
Is there a period after the L?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And what are you working on? I know there's another barn burner video Craig and Felipe worked on. That's coming out soon, right?
Yes. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get to my YouTube as well.
Yeah, go for it.
So my YouTube will be Tyree underscore white. Tyree underscore white underscore drums.
Nice.
That could be capitalized or it doesn't really matter.
Cool.
Or actually, I'm sorry, there's no.
Oh,
underscore.
Romelo's here. What's up, Romello?
Romello, my guy. How are you, man? I was looking for you Saturday. I don't know what happened, but yeah. I'm sorry. There's no underscores in my YouTube. I'm sorry.
Oh,
but
it's all good, man. It just says not found. I'll type it in while we're talking.
yeah, it's basically the same thing though. It's basically the same thing, just no underscores. I do have a video that's being worked on right now. Oh, there's a space in between Tyree White and White drums.
Oh, there's a space in the URL?
Yeah, so Tyree space White. Oh, actually, that's fine right there. That should
okay.
work. That should pop up.
Let's see.
You know.
Oh, you got to. Okay, all right, never mind. That's not the link. I'm gonna find the link. But,
just type in
what's
Tyree.
the name of the song that you have coming out?
So, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So the next song that I'm gonna be releasing, that's actually one of my favorites. It's been getting a lot
let's
of
go
love.
back.
Um,
It's a vibe.
Craig, I didn't forget. We're gonna do Boy. I got you for real.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Florida. Okay.
Romelo's in Florida.
Sheesh. Hey, bring me some crab legs.
I'll take some too.
Yeah, bring
sounds
some
good.
crab legs this way. But
Glad you're still working, man. Thanks for joining us.
definitely. But whatchamacallit? The next the next drum cover that I have coming out is basically one that I just played. System, How to Beat the System. I did it at a clinic, along with the most recent video that I dropped on my YouTube page. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting, pretty fun, and also been working on some other stuff with Raleigh Sproul. Same thing, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff is the same. But yeah, that's definitely where you could catch me at. That's definitely
Nice.
where you could catch me.
Right on. Be sure to stay connected with Tyree. Romello says he's going to be here on the 10th. Oh, we definitely got to do something like this then. That would be awesome.
Okay. You'll be in New York on the 10th. Sweet.
Yeah. Keep us posted, man.
I still want crab legs.
Yeah. Make sure they're on ice.
Right. Fresh. Nice and fresh.
Nice and fresh. All right. Let's
All right, Craig, this is for you. I hope you're still here.
full send it out of here. Thank you guys for watching. You could catch us next week. We'll be doing this. Follow the Stick with the Page, yada yada, all that nonsense. You guys know what's up. All right. Let's do this thing. Tyree, thanks for being here, man. And yeah.
These girls tryna lock me down and I always up and leave. But for the first time in a while, I wanna throw away the key. You've been in a couple more relationships than me. 'Cause you talk a different talk and you kiss me differently. Now I don't know where to go after you love me this way. After you love me so good, how are you gonna tell me you don't wanna stay? You tell me I'm too young, but I gave you what you wanted. Baby, how dare you treat me just like a boy? You won't wake up beside me, 'cause I was born in the 90s. Baby, how dare you treat me just like a boy? Don't treat me like, don't treat me like. So you messing around. And now you watch me put in all this work just to say it won't work out. You never took me seriously. Now what the hell is that about? Now I don't know where to go. Do you love me this? After you love me this way? Do you love me so? After you love me so good? How are you gonna tell me you don't wanna say? You tell me I'm too young, but I gave you what you wanted. Baby, how dare you treat me just like a boy? You won't wake up beside me, 'cause I was born in the 99. Baby, how dare you treat me just like a boy? Don't treat me like, don't treat me like, baby, don't you treat me like a boy? Don't treat me like, don't treat me like. You tell me I'm too young, but I gave you what you wanted. Baby, how dare you treat me just like a boy? You won't wake up beside me, 'cause I was born in the 90s. Baby, how dare you treat me just like a boy? Don't treat me like, don't treat me like, baby, don't you treat me like a boy?
Should we let them know, like, why they can't hear the music?
No, the music's in it.
Oh no, did they hear it?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yeah.
if they heard it.
It's all good.
All right.
But I'm gonna clip these up, and they'll be on the YouTube channel later. Thanks again for coming through,
Thanks
man.
for having me, man.
This
Thanks
has
so
been a
much
lot
for
of
having
fun.
me. Thank you for those that have been tuning in. Like I said, follow me Instagram Tyree_drums. Follow me on my fan page on Facebook, Tyree space capital L dot space capital Y. And make sure you follow my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube, share the videos that I have. That is also Tyree White Drums. Be on the lookout for many more.
Respect. Thanks again, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, see you next week, Craig.
Peace out.
All right. You know, because sometimes the same thing, some people get tired of it.
Yeah, and like how many people are doing or trying to be someone else where it's like you'll never be that person, just be the best you and
Exactly.
you'll be so much better off.
Just be you.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's definitely got to do this again sometime.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to like I just want to grow this to the point where I'm not limited to what I want to do with it, like get brands involved and get the right people involved. That way
Yeah.
we all come up together. Because like now that we have this connection, it just makes everything else so much easier. Because you could be like, oh yeah, we're Craig, and you know our networking
That's
is
true.
getting stronger.
That's true. That is indeed true.
And that's the whole point of this. Like my goal when I set out to do this was to remind people that it's called Stick Together for a reason.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen.
Because that's the only way. If anyone's trying to like be egotistical or like expect to come out on top out of working with other people, then
Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work at all.
it's
At
wrong
all.
vibe.
Okay. Reach to Tyree. You don't have the money to pay for new mics.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot you got on the bottom too.
Yeah, the clips are cheap. The mics are actually pretty cheap too. Like I was surprised that this whole set was only like $300 with the overheads.
Can't beat that.
Samson, yeah, it's like their low end. It's their very beginner microphone set, but it gets the job done.
They
Like
sound good.
we'll go listen upstairs a little if you want.
Okay.
I'll have you meet my friends. My homie Brandon has been recording bass for a bunch of different people lately, and
Nice.
that might be good. I don't know if you need to tap into a bassist at all. I'm sure you know enough bassists, but he might know something that he needs a drummer for.
Yeah, you might. You know, like I said, it's all about networking.